Also, by the way, the assets under management for the industry now stand at 35.64 lakh crore rupees. And, you have to also remember that this figure that we have gotten. Okay, by the way, we're also joined by Nikhil Kamath, co-founder of Zerodha and True Beacon, who joins in. Hi, Nikhil. Thanks very much for joining in. What do you make of these numbers? Sans any NFO last month, the equity category has still topped 15,000 crores.
Hi, Samira. I'm just looking at the numbers as we speak, and I think they're pretty much in line with what is going on in the economy broadly. I feel the amount of money coming into equity markets will possibly, like taper and go down if the markets were to remain, in a range in the near future.
Okay. And what about this hybrid category, that had picked up so much pace? This month, I understand that, arbitrage funds have seen a massive outflow. But even if you take that out, there is barely any money coming into all, BAF, etc., which were at one point the key attractions. What explained this? I mean, the market continues to remain volatile, which would be ideal for funds like this.
Well, it also depends on many other factors like, how is taxation for these funds? Generally, in arbitrage funds, I think taxation has been quite unfavorable and something needs to be done from a regulation standpoint. On the whole, I would say the amount of interest, even if you were to broadly look at equity market related queries on Google, you would see a significant tapering in the amount of interest there is around equities. I think that's a factor of the correction that we have seen, albeit, it's not as much as the rest of the world. But I think for all the new people who have come in the last year or two, for the very first time, they're seeing a significant correction, and overall interest in the market has relatively gone down based on that.
And even on the equity side, first, what is the trend that you notice, of investors at the Zerodha? Where is the traction that you're noticing amongst retail investors? And on the equity side, do you find it surprising that money still continues to flow into mid and small cap funds?
Well, they seem to have corrected the most. Retail typically goes after what they have seen go down the most. It's a psychological fallacy in a way where one assumes that just because something has fallen 70%, the odds of it going up 70% are higher. I think the big thing here is retail is a smaller component of the overall market than FIIs are. And FIIs seem to be, constantly taking out money, and how much retail brings in relative to how much FIIs are taking out. I think net still money is going out of the market.
All right, Nikhil, thanks very much for joining in with your quick take. So those are the numbers for June that have just come in. Overall, it seems okay. Like Mr. Singh had mentioned, that this big outflow from debt funds is probably the June end phenomena, but on the equity side, it looks okay.
Okay, so inflows into equity continue to remain fairly robust at more than 15,000 in the month gone by. Well, the other big